A tour of what? What do you even do? It's a valid question because a lot of you probably just see me pop up in these random places, have no idea anything about me, and just think it's annoying that I seem to be everywhere. And now I'm going on tour of all things. So I'm going to explain to you why I'm going on tour, how I'm going on tour, what I'm doing on tour while I get ready for tour. When I started making TikToks in 2020, I had actually not yet started my senior year of college where I was getting my BFA, Bachelor of Fine Arts, in musical theater. Of all things. I know. What the hell? It was right before my senior year of musical theater school that I ended up starting to blow up on TikTok. But I didn't know if TikTok was going to be like a viable source of income or be a job or anything like that. So I just thought I'm going to keep doing this and ride it out for my senior year. And then I'm going to move to New York and be a group fitness instructor because I was training to be a group fitness instructor. And then I'm gonna audition to be on Broadway. I'm gonna try to do the grind and audition to be on Broadway and see how that works. But the universe had other plans for me. TikTok just kind of kept working out for me and I kept going. But I had all this musical theater training that I was dying to kind of like use at some point in my life. And so I ended up singing a few times on the app. Some of these singing videos would get 1 million views, some of them would get 1 million likes. I was very flattered by how much people seemed to like these singing videos. And then somewhere along the way, I became friends with one Megan Trainor, and she really wanted to encourage me to keep singing on TikTok, singing with her. We ended up dropping an a cappella version of Made You Look together. And so singing became a thing that some people knew that I did, but not everyone. And so when she asked me to open for her tour, I was also confused. I thought, well, what am I gonna do doing that? And she said, well, you're gonna sing. I said yes to it because I knew if I really ever wanted to get back to that dream of performing and doing theater and singing and being on Broadway one day, that I needed to say yes to something like that. So I did. Actually, after my first performance on that tour, I was offered to do my own tour. And I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke, honey. Oh yeah, I would love to, ha 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 ha. But then halfway through the tour, they followed up and they were serious. And they said, no, we would really love for you to do a tour. And I remember thinking, I don't really know what I would do. I know some people know me for singing, but what, would I deliver coffee on a tour? Would I jump in heels? What would I do? And the tour promoters reminded me that like, you know, people go on solo show tours where they sing, it's a variety show. They invite up guests, people do podcast tours where they just sit and talk with the audience for hours. People do comedy shows with just a mic and it's just them talking the whole time. And I remember kind of being like, okay, sure. I kind of floated the idea in my private account, Club Chris. What if I did a tour after this? Wouldn't that be crazy? And people seemed really receptive to the idea. Except one person when I announced the tour, they said, that's it. I was like, damn. Well, I feel like that was big news now. But one member of Club Chris, I remember, said to me, you could go up there and just talk